What's up, guys? This is the first episode of Social Class.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the first episode of the Soulcial Misfits podcast. I'm Adan.
I'm Matt.
I'm DC.
And let's get it, bro. I'm excited to be here with y'all, bro.
First episode,
Definitely.
finally.
This is crazy.
It's been like, what, a month in the works? 2 months?
I feel like we
a month.
About a month?
yeah.
We got
This was
straight
just an
to it.
idea like
Yeah.
a month and a half ago,
We
probably.
got straight to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's good that we're finally doing this, you know, after a lot of doubts.
For sure.
Because, I mean, you have these ideas that you're like, you know, I want to make sure I can do these things, or you feel like you want to do, but a lot of times they're just ideas,
Yeah.
and you never put the action into it.
Yeah.
But
You just got to start.
I feel like this is one of those things where we're committed to it, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think we're all on the same page with it.
yeah,
So, with all of us being on the same page, having the same vision, like, I think it was just time to get it.
exactly. So, for our first episode, we don't feel like we should go into a topic. We feel like we want y'all to get to know us better.
Yep.
Yeah. For
Take
sure.
a little time to just introduce ourselves and show who we are, what we stand for, what our goals are for the podcast, and just about us. So, why? Why are we asking? Why are we starting this podcast? The why? What is the reason that we are doing this? And I'll let Matt explain like what
sure.
what he feels like his why is for this.
Yeah. So my why is, I feel like as three guys who have all grown up differently, different cultures almost, different ways. You know, we've all gone through our different trials, things that we've gone through with our past. And I think that we give a pretty good perspective on a lot of different things, you know. I think we all bring something unique to this podcast. We all have our views on things that we might not agree on, but it's not going to like change us. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to change our relationship.
Yep.
And so I think it's good for us to just bring these things to the table, you know, whether it's sports, whether it's something that's going on in the world, whether it's Christianity, religion, you know, all of the above. You know, this is going to be an open table for us to just talk and just be able to just be real and vulnerable with each other, transparent. And I think my why for the podcast is just to be able to talk, have, you know, open conversations about whatever. And at the end of the day, point it to our Father, our Christ, you know, the one who saves us, who has saved us and gives us grace.
Amen.
And so I think that's my why, is all of our viewers, everybody who tunes in, I want you guys to be able to come here, and whether it be, you know, just a break from y'all's everyday lives and something that you guys can enjoy, I want you guys to leave, you know, feeling like you guys got, you know, something out of it, you know. And I think that's my why, is I want you guys to have that, and I want you guys to know that we are just believers, and we're wanting to spread God's love and who everything that He's done for us. So that's my why.
That's great. That's good.
Yeah.
Alex?
I think my why would just be, I loved how we all came together and we could just represent Christ in a different way and how we are, because we're not the norm, and I think the name just fits perfect. We're misfits because we don't fit in the world, and we don't fit. Sometimes we seem like we don't fit in the church, but I love how we get to represent. We're not normal. We're not the regulars. We're not the ones that just sit at the pews, but we also like to have fun. We also like to speak on things. We also like to get serious. We also like to get goofy, you know, sometimes. And I think that really wraps up who we are, and we just want to get vulnerable. We want to get real. We want to give our honest and truthful opinions on different topics, and just chop it up with some great people, great friends. And I think that's my why.
That's good, bro. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this was all an idea a month ago. Like, from the start, you know, I came into church one Sunday, and I was just like, you know what? I kind of had this on my mind, like, I want to start a podcast. And it's like, who would be the people that I would choose to do this with me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I automatically thought of Alex, of course, because I feel like, you know, he's really savvy in these kind of things, I guess you can say. Like, he he listens to a lot of podcasts. He has a lot to say, and he's very charismatic, and he can be somebody that I think will help my cause. And also Matt, I feel like me and Matt just have this different kind of chemistry that
Yeah.
it works. So yeah, my why, like I said, I came into church one Sunday, and I was thinking, I want to start a podcast, and we didn't have no name, we didn't have no means of doing it, we didn't know where we were gonna record, we didn't know whether this would even work, but slowly everything started to come together, and Soulcial Misfits came about, and I feel like that was a perfect name. That embodied
Yeah.
everything that we stand for,
Yeah.
especially the Misfits part, because
Shout out to Aaron.
yeah, shout out to Aaron.
Yeah.
So it's three of
Good
us
stuff,
on
good stuff.
screen, but there's also a fourth person here, which is Aaron, and he's behind the camera, behind the scenes, making sure
Yeah.
everything goes well. Yeah, shout out to him for the name.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a little play on the word soul, because as Christians, our soul is like something that's very important to us, our faith, and we wanted to include that somehow in the name. And Aaron came up with it, and I think it's a great way of embodying us. Yeah, my why is just like you said, I wanna show my perspective on things, and like I said, I don't embody the typical Christian. I don't embody the people that are just regular Christian people. Like, I don't want to be that either. But I also don't want to be regular of the world. I want to be me and who God wants me to be in my faith.
For sure.
So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear, what we stand for. Now, I want to go a little bit deeper into our stories, like where we come from and what we've done. I guess not what we've done, because that's kind of weird to say that, but what we've been through in our lives. I guess we
What
could
got
start
us to this point?
exactly
Yeah,
what got us to
exactly.
this point
Yeah.
where we're at right now, or how we even come to be friends, or how do we even get to know each other.
Yeah.
So I mean, Matt, you want to start?
Yeah, for sure. So, okay, so how I got to CDA, or how we got to this point, right?
How we got to this point? Yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of crazy because, CDA is a non-denomination church, right? We're not focused on religion. We're not focused on you have to do this or you have to do that to, I guess to be accepted, right? It's kind of like come as you are and let God move, let God work. So how I came was, I went to a very, very, very strict private school. I'm not gonna say the names of the church or the school,
Yeah.
but I grew up in a very, very strict church, and I didn't fit in there. It wasn't who I was. It's kind of cool, right? The misfits part to that.
Yeah.
But that wasn't me, right? Like, and at that church and at that school, you had to dress a certain way. You had to have your hair cut a certain way. No facial hair, as you can see, I have a lot of facial hair.
Yes,
So like,
sir.
you have to fit into this picture, to this molding that is already created. You have to be that to be accepted, and to be looked up as like, okay, this is a good one. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't me. And so I didn't fit in well there. And a lot of stuff had happened that, kind of pushed me away from God big time. And I went through a lot of hurt. I went through a lot of, judgment because I wasn't like everybody else. And I see that now, and I see that as like, like God's always got a plan, and in that moment when all that stuff was happening, I didn't see the plan that God had ahead. Right. And so I was just like, I think I built a lot of anger just over that time. And, I like I said, I got pushed out of church because of myself, because I didn't want to be a part of that. Because, you guys know me, so you guys know I feel like I'm very open to anybody, loving. I'm pretty acceptable to anybody. So I wasn't with that whole judgment stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like, hey, man, whoever you are, like, I'll accept you for who you are. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to make you feel less of yourself. Even if I don't agree with certain things, I'm not going to do that. And so, like I said, I got out of church for some time. And I think during that time, like, my girlfriend at that time, Perla, which is not my wife, she, I got out of church as the man, right? And so it kind of like pulled her with me, which is, I'm not happy. I'm not proud of that. But I think it's just the part of the bigger picture where, like, for whatever reason, God had me in this place where I was getting judged and I wasn't accepted, because he was going to pull me to somewhere where they're going to embrace me and they're going to love me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so to me, that was like, not now that I'm looking at where I'm at right now and how I got to this point, I'm seeing that as like, man, like God's had a plan for me the whole time, you know? And no matter how tough it was during that time, like he was, it was all being written how he intended it to be written. Right. And I just see that as like a huge testimony to people who, like, look, your life might be hard right now. It might be super tough. You might feel neglected. You might feel rejected. You might feel like you're the only one in this. But I promise you, like, just see it through. You know, like there is a big plan. And I'm a huge testimony for that, is that there is a big plan. And there's more to the story, but we can get into it the more we'll get
deeper
through this, through the podcast, and the more times that these subjects go. And there's a lot more that I want to say, but I don't want to just spill everything out on this first episode, right? Yeah. And so that's how I got to CDA. And then I met Adan. I think the first time I met you, I think I had pulled up to a picnic that the church was having, and like we were playing football. I think like you were there. You had like super
you
like
seen that,
crazy
you seen
hair.
that I was colder.
Yeah. You're all right. You're all right.
Yeah.
No.
You hate it,
bro. No, I mean, you know, I was new, so I didn't like. I guess I didn't. I was just kind of observing, you know. So I was just paying attention to everybody. A little bit. No, I'm kidding. No, but so I think I might have like met you there, but not even really talked a lot. I don't think, you know. And you were part of the youth at that time, so you were still in high school, and I was, I think, like 23 or 24 years old at that time, and. So I don't think it was until like years later that we started getting along more, that I joined the like setup team and the sound, and you know, we just started building our relationship over time. And I mean, come to find out, man, like you're like somebody that, you know, I'm grateful for our friendship, you know, and I'm grateful how we met and the whole process of it. And same thing with you, Alex. Like you were in youth too, and you know, just over the years, like just seeing you guys grow. We go to camp every year, you know, we are at every Tuesdays, every Sundays, and so just like being able to see you guys all the time, like. I mean, obviously, like, you know, you're consistent with something, it's going to grow. Yeah. And so it's just like our friendship. So, sure. And then I think that's how we got to this point of us just like, you know, I guess just you having the idea of starting a podcast and, you know, just thinking of me and Alex to join it, and Aaron with the clean edits and the sound system and all that, you know. Yeah. So I think that's how I got to this point of CDA and to the podcast. And like I said, there's more to talk about, but we'll cross that bridge whenever it comes. And so,
the details. We'll get into the details. Yeah. You know, we plan on doing this weekly or bi-weekly. We still have stuff to figure out, but you know, just expect more from us, like more content, more pushing out more podcasts, more videos, just doing whatever we got to do to, you know, to get our stories out there and to get, you know, to push out what we want to push out.
Yeah, for sure.
And if we sound bad, it's all Aaron's fault. And if this is a bad video, it's all Aaron's fault. So blame it on him.
Not us at all.
I love how you talked about, you know, how we became closer, and the more and more we did it, the more consistent we got. That was good, bro. That was good.
Appreciate it, yeah.
I liked how you shared a little bit about your testimony. Yeah. I guess I'll go, and then we'll let Alex finish it off about introducing ourselves, you know.
For sure.
So me, you know, I think you forgot to mention you're like 20.
I'm 27 years old.
27?
Damn,
I thought you were 28.
Oh, I'm almost.
It was just your birthday.
Yeah, no, I'm 27.
You're 27 twice in a row? I didn't know they did that.
No.
Nah, but okay, so Matt's 27, I'm 20.
I'm 21.
And Alex is 21.
The age gap, bro. Golly,
that is kind of crazy.
That's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, but it's different for me because we're all looking at life in a different point of view.
For sure.
So about me, I was more of a solo kind of, I roll solo kind of kid. You know, growing up, I wouldn't say it was tough because my mom was really the GOAT, but it was interesting because, you know, I had to deal with a lot of adversity, you know, being in a single parent household, you know, my family being just crazy. There was a lot of things that, you know, I probably didn't have as a normal kid, like how some other kids had it, but you know, I felt like in my situation, I was in the best situation for me. You know, I feel like everything happens for a reason, and you know,
Yeah.
I was in that situation because you know that's where I wanted, that's where I had to be. So, like I said, growing up, just my mom, me, my mom, my brother, we were just you know making it, and coming into high school is when I started to think, okay, this is where I'm gonna, you know, invent myself, kind of thing. You know, this is who I am. So let me say before that, I was in and out of church with my mom, but it was kind of like you know when you're young and you just go to church
You get
just to
dragged?
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you have to go, right?
Yeah,
You-
it's
you
like
were-
it's
you
like
were-
you have nothing else to do,
Yeah.
and your mom's like, come to church with me, so you're like, okay, I'll go to church.
Yeah.
You don't really get nothing out of
Yeah.
it. You don't want to be there. You rather be home playing the video game or something. It was kind of one of those situations for the longest I can remember, probably until I was 12 years old. And then after that, I feel like my older brother turned 18, and my mom basically told him like, you don't have to come if you don't want to. And with her telling him that, it was kind of like, okay, now I don't have to go if I don't want to. So I stopped going to church for a while until in between my junior and sophomore and junior year of high school. And I found CDA. Well, I had always had a close relationship with CDA because you know they're kind of my neighbors basically. So that was something where I was like, okay, this is something. But I never kind of put two and two together. Like maybe this can work if I attempted to do it myself. If I attempted to go to church myself, like I never put two and two together. It wasn't until someone from school that actually attended the youth group came up to me and was like, "Hey, you should go to this youth group with me." And I was just like, "Oh, I know that church. Like I'm kind of close to them." So I put that on the back burner, kept it off for months, and then finally I was like, you know, I'm gonna attempt this for myself. I'm gonna attempt it. Like I was just going to see what I can experience, bro. And since then, I've been consistent for these last 4 or 5 years. I've been, you know, it changed my life, bro. It changed my life. I really don't know where I would be today if I hadn't made that decision to go to church. And it was just a little simple decision. Like it took not much thought but I made it, and now I'm here. I'm 20 years old. Like I said, I'm in school. I'm in university studying to be an engineer. Got a lot of hobbies on the side. This is one of the things that I do and the things that I've wanted to do for a while. Yeah, but like I said, growing up, it was tough. But for me and how I am, I don't feel like it was tough. I feel like it was just a situation I was put in.
Yeah.
And now looking back on it, I'm grateful for the things that I've been through and the things that, you know, like I said, I'll get more in detail of what was my experience growing up like this. And even my experience in college, because college is a different beast when you're a first generation college student and when you're trying to explain to your people like how it is and what you go through, what struggles you go through, especially being an engineering student, you know, it's really tough. But, yeah, I'm just excited. I'm super happy that you know we were able to do this. So we'll get into Alex. I'll
start then. When I got to CDA, it was more into the youth ministry. So my first year I never went to church on Sundays. I went to the youth ministry on Wednesdays, and that's where I met Adon, and how I got there was because, well, me growing up, I would describe myself as like the kid that was probably not, I wasn't bad. Like I loved going to school and learning. Like I wanted to get good grades, but I still wanted to go hang out. Well, like the crowd I was in was the bad kids, you know, but I always cared about, like I never was really careless, but you know, that's just how I grew up. My parents were Christians, I would say, but we kind of stopped going to church, and I guess that relationship with God was instilled in me, and I always question like, where do I go to get more? You know, like where do I go to this church, or do I go to I guess, do I go to Catholic church? Do I go to, I don't know. Like, I always talked to God when I was little. My parents taught me that. And I guess that was always there. And once I got to high school, I would always hear about, like, youth groups. I would always hear about, this is my home church. This is where I go to church. And that kind of, like, I kind of wanted that. I always wanted to look forward to, like, having a, because growing up, I didn't have a big family. I had my older brother. We have a 15-year-old age gap.
Wow.
My parents, they're old heads. They're really old. So, like, they're old school. And all I really had was just, like, a few couple of friends from that I grew up my whole life. And I always looked forward to having, like, a family, you know? And so when I think I would see CDA Youth pop up on my Instagram, like, as one of my suggested followers. And I was like, what is this? And I would look through it and I was like, dang, that's cool. I want to go. But, like, you know, like, I was able to go, you know, like, I could just show up, but, like, no one ever does. I don't think no one, I hope now, like, I hope these kids come here like that. But, like, I would be like, that's weird. Like, I'm just going to show up being a random, right? But I knew this kid that went there, and low key, I joined cross country because I knew he went to CDA Youth. And once I got like, he invited the whole cross country team to show up.
Wow.
And it was a huge event, man. Like, when you showed up, the people were amazing, were great. And, like, from that point on, I just started going every Wednesday, and that's when I got closer to Adon. And then some crazy stuff happened that same year that made me get closer to the church, and that's when I started. I told my job, like, hey, on Sundays I need off, because I started going to church, and that's when I think I would just see Matt sitting at the pew always. I would always see him there. That was before we were serving, and I would always, like, sit, like, a pew, not a pew, but, like, a section over. And I would always see Matt. I would always see Adon. It was a while till I started talking to Adon too. Like, it was.
I feel like that's how we all were. Like, you know, it takes a minute to get comfortable.
Yeah.
Especially me. I'm not the one to go up to somebody and be like,
same.
Bro,
I mean, bro, I was probably, like, the most quietest person.
I want y'all to know something about Matt. Matt did not say one word for probably 2 years.
No, for 2 years that I came to the church,
he did not say one word.
Like, I didn't talk to anybody unless they walked up to me.
He was so quiet. Yeah. And then finally, I feel like he started to break out of his shell.
Sure.
And, you know, now we got the Matt that we know, but it was crazy. Like, for those 2 years,
bro, I was
like,
quiet, bro.
That's
I
crazy.
don't think I didn't talk to anybody besides, like, Michael and bro, I don't know. And maybe Michael and, like, Alan, maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, bro, I was quiet, bro.
I think we all had. I think I had a phase like that for a bit, but that's just because
I'm still in that phase.
Know,
low key, I'm still in that phase.
No, you're not.
Not with y'all though, but, like, with random people, like people that show up.
We all three of us are, because we don't, like.
Nah, Alex, you be going crazy.
You're pretty social, bro.
You are pretty social.
You're pretty social.
You're the most social out of us.
I am.
You're pretty social misfit.
You're a pretty social misfit. That's crazy.
I try.
Yeah.
I be a little shy.
I think you're good, bro.
That's good though.
Yeah.
That's good though.
I be shy though.
Yeah, I gotta get better at that.
With what's his name?
Same.
Don't say names on here, but I know you're talking about that.
Nah, but
who you talking about? Who?
You the only one that know it because you went up to him.
Mike?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Yeah. No.
That's funny though.
I be trying to talk to him, but it's a little awkward. I ain't gonna lie, it be a little awkward.
No,
y'all don't have that much in common.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's when I started coming to church more often, to CDA church, and I met Adon. I got close to Adon and Aaron, and then as time passed by, I started to talk to Matt. We started serving together, setting up at church, and I think that's what built this relationship, built this podcast.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
one big thing.
Good,
that's one big thing that we kind of. I feel like that molded the podcast together was our friendship and how it was built. You know,
over time.
Yeah.
It was time.
You know what's crazy? Me and Alex went to the same high school. We never really spoke to each other.
Really
we were a grade difference. I was in a grade above him, but
y'all remember, like, ever crossing paths or anything like that?
I remember seeing him around.
I remember seeing him. He looked different though.
Of course, I look different now. You know,
I thought he was a little. I thought he was a freshman, low key.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you was
When you had the
hating.
curly hair.
Okay, but you was
That
hating.
was
though.
a crazy. Bro, I remember you in that season.
Why were you hating though?
I wasn't
Talking about
hating. I
a
was
freshman.
Like, yeah. I was
That's
like, he
hating.
look like a freshman.
But I was in a grade above you. That's crazy.
You look like a freshman.
Well, I thought you were ugly.
Okay.
Now we just arguing.
Yeah. We start fighting.
Nah, but yeah.
Nah,
I remember
but
seeing him.
yeah, we kind of grew together. And
It was probably more towards your senior year that would kind of just, like at the end of your senior
like we started
year.
talking.
Yeah, we would just talk. We would see each other.
We'd see each other every once in a while. Yeah, but we never really hung out like that until after. Until after.
Until after.
Yeah.
It was probably right after, like that summer, we started hanging out a lot.
That was it. Oh yeah, cause of camp.
Camp. That's the summer you went to camp.
Mm-hmm.
For real? That's crazy. Feels like so long ago.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, it does.
Are you talking about that senior camp?
Oh, and then that.
That one was
camp,
crazy.
too.
That
senior
one was
camp
crazy.
I was close to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't never been because you're old.
I came late.
Yeah.
Too late. I mean, we're what? First one? We were the first one, right? Oh no.
Was it?
Y'all would go back to Brownwood, right?
Yeah.
For
we
that
would go
camp.
back to
Mhm.
Brownwood for that
Yeah.
camp.
It was live.
I think
bro.
I remember that.
It was
bro.
live because we were staying in this little house.
And it's like
Yeah.
five, six.
It was
seven-
probably like-
7 of us.
Probably like 7 of us, including like leaders
It's
and
y'all
stuff.
in the whole campground? Only?
Yes,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
And,
And y'all
to
go
the
a whole
lake.
week?
You know that little dock where
That
you had to go
moves?
take a picture, the one that moves
Yeah, the one that moved
for
with
camp
the bridge.
for the
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bridge?
Oh, yeah.
yeah. We would swim off of that one.
Oh yeah.
For real?
Yeah, but it's so deep. We're trying to reach the bottom and everything, jumping in. There's like boats
Crazy,
crossing and
yeah.
stuff.
That's funny because I don't know how to swim.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to swim.
I would stay by the
Bro, he would just grab
I would
onto the
just hold
thing
on to
while
the
we're
thing.
like, all the
There
swimmers
was
are like
all
having
the way
fun.
over
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
all the swimmers are like out in the open, and he's just grabbing onto the little dock, like,
Yeah.
"Hi guys," type stuff.
And Chato would be like all the way freaking over there.
Yeah,
That's funny.
it was crazy.
And then passed down and told him, "Hey, come back.
Yeah.
You're too far."
He was gonna run away, right?
Yeah.
No, but yeah, that was crazy. And then Matt, like I said, Matt didn't say anything for 2 years that he was going to church until I think it's probably you got a little
I just got more comfortable.
comfortable when you started serving and,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
So
I think when I started serving, that was the biggest thing that like took me out. You know, because I'm not the type to like make the effort to like, hey, Alan, you want to go hang out or something?
Yeah.
Like I didn't even like know you that well, or I wouldn't be like,
Exactly.
hey, Alex or Aaron, y'all want to go do this?
Yeah.
Like that just wasn't me. So
Exactly.
then once I think once Isaac had like asked like, hey bro, you want to start helping with this breakdown and setup? I was like, yeah, for sure. And then that's whenever I started like being more around the guys. I started showing up, you know, at
To the meeting.
12:30 and to set up.
Oh yeah.
And then same thing with the meetings, and so it's just like the more I got involved, the more I just
Started getting
knew.
comfortable.
Yeah, I got more
Okay.
comfortable and knew like these are my people,
Yep.
Yep.
So
I guess
definitely that.
I guess now I kind of already spoke about like where I'm at now, like
Yeah.
what I do now. Like I said, I'm
Yeah.
a student. I'm studious, but we also have Alex's what do you do now, and then Matt's what do
I
you do
mean,
now.
I'm a student, but I'm going to JUCO, so, and then I'm trying to become a fireman, but I'm working at our city jail.
Yeah,
That was good. You stopped yourself from saying mesquite. I mean, it's not that serious.
yeah.
It's not like we're gonna have
Nah,
100,000 viewers.
I know,
Yeah.
but
But yeah, that makes sense.
We might. They're gonna
in
come
our
and find
city
us.
jail.
Bro.
Yeah,
They're gonna
you
go
guys talk
visit
about
you.
how you're married.
Oh yeah, and
You
I'm
forgot about
married. I have a daughter.
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm 21 and I'm married.
21.
Cut that one, Eric.
Got a little daughter. That's crazy. Alex is the only one with a kid here.
Bro, that is. Bro, you're kind of past me already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like you're an old head, like in your spirit. A little bit.
You are a old head.
Like you're really 50, but you're 21.
Is he an older head than me? Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
You
Cause
think so?
yeah,
Cause you got a daughter, bro.
What does that have to do?
then
You just
automatically,
like, bro.
automatically that's 10 years.
Yeah.
So therefore, you're
Okay.
31. He's 27.
Dang, so I'm older than him.
Uh-huh.
What are you gonna do for your 32nd-year-old birthday?
You just turned 21 this year, right?
Yeah, about 4 months ago.
Yeah. I turned 21 in what month are we? March.
March.
Like about 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Get lit. No, I'm playing.
Just-
I remember what you said, bro.
What did he say?
I
Can't say that one?
Nah, I'll
Oh,
just say it
okay.
after, bro.
Nah.
This
I'm
guy
not
is
gonna do
dumb.
nothing. Probably nothing.
There's nothing wrong with that.
We are in Texas, so I don't know. I want a gun.
Oh yeah, I want a gun too.
Yep.
Yeah, I need to get one.
For real? I could never see. Remember this conversation we
Oh
had?
my gosh.
Matt doesn't want. Matt would never. If you're in war with Matt, just don't count on him.
I'm protecting you at all costs.
Don't count on him. He won't protect you.
But it's gonna affect me after.
Yeah, that's true.
It is, bro.
Nah, y'all scared, bro.
We're not.
I
I'm
ain't
not
scared.
not scared. No one's scared, but
I
it's
ain't
just
scared.
there is.
So if I was on one side
Effects
and you was on
after.
one side, I'm killing you though.
But why are we fighting each other, bro?
Yeah, I don't know. Civil War. You're for the north. I'm for the
We're
south.
No, I'm straight south.
For
You'd
real?
be south.
From the
You'd be
dark
north.
south.
I'd be north.
Yeah, I'd be south.
I don't care. North one.
What considers?
Ooh, north
what
one. You forgot about
What
that one.
considers north south?
I think it's just your
Sweet
beliefs.
tea.
Oh, I'm just talking about your beliefs.
I'm sure we believe the same thing.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, no, we'd be on the same team, bro.
Yeah, but North won though. So if we're all on the South, that means we lost. North had Abe Lincoln. You got to think about that. That's like having LeBron James.
Think so?
Yeah, very similar.
We should just annex and get out.
Get out of the whole thing. Like if it ever came down to it, they
We
start
should-
fighting. Just Texas.
Texas.
Texas
we're-
can hold
it's
its
a-
own though.
It's
Bro, I
own
was seeing
republic.
something. Cause you know how we have Six Flags here.
Oh yeah.
This
I
is the
know.
first, bro. This is the
You didn't know
first
that?
Six Flags. Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Wait,
no,
what?
my bad. I'm getting ahead of
You
myself.
think I didn't know that there was a Six Flags in
No,
Arlington?
I didn't know if you knew
If
why.
I knew about the Six Flags?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Do you
So,
know about the Six
Do you know
Flags?
about the Six Flags?
No.
Okay.
You know the reason we have Six Flags?
Like the
So first
like
up-
the park?
Yeah.
Like the park, but like what it's named after.
So first off,
No.
there was this rich businessman that was
Yeah.
from here. That first off, they offered Walt Disney to build a Disneyland here. The second one,
Oh, I didn't know this.
because the rich businessman went to
Cali?
Cali. He went to Disneyland or World. I don't know which one it
It's
is.
Disneyland,
Cali- Cali's
and
in
then Florida
yeah,
is
Disney World.
Okay, so he went to Disneyland, right?
Yeah.
And he spoke to Walt Disney, and he was like, "We want you to build a Disney park over here in Texas,
That would've
in
been
Arlington." So they were gonna. They spoke to him, and Walt Disney rejected it. He said, "I don't want to." Basically, I don't like Texas. Basically,
That's alright.
so then
Well,
the businessman was like, "Well, I'll just do it myself."
yeah.
So he came up with Six Flags, and the reason it's named Six Flags is because Texas was once over all six. It was once over Six Flags. So we have the United States flag, which is
Yeah.
one. The Texas flag, which is two. Which Texas was its own country for a little bit, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the French flag.
French flag.
You have the
Mexican flag.
Mexican flag, and then you have the.
United States flag.
No, here you did.
I counted that one already.
Oh,
So
you did?
United States,
Texas.
Texas,
France.
French,
Mexico.
Mexican. I think Spain.
Oh yeah, Spain. Oh yeah, we had Spain.
Spain, and then there's one more.
There's I think that's.
Oh, the
Germany.
South one,
The Confederate.
the Confederate flag.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Yeah, it is. It is. I just watched a video about this the other day.
Oh, yeah.
So the last one is the
I said Germany.
I just took a
That's
class.
crazy.
I just said
took a
whatever
class
country.
on
That's
it.
crazy. No, but so the last one is the Confederate, but
Yeah.
we don't. They used to have all those Six Flags outside of Six Flags, even the Confederate one. But because
Really?
but because it got a little too
Country.
political,
Yeah.
controversial, they changed them all to 6 American flags. So now if you go, it's only 6 American flags. Yeah, there's no other flags, but that's what it used to be because Texas used to be ruled under
Like it
all
went
those
through a
flags.
lot. Like
It went through all
I'm just
those
confused.
phases.
Why would we have Spain and Mexico under?
Well,
Because they
Mexico
used to be
used
Mexico.
This used to be Mexico
Because first
until the
you know
U.S.
how-
took some
You
of
know
it.
how Mexico.
Oh, I
used
got
to
you, I
be-
got you.
It
Yeah,
used to
yeah.
be Spain first.
Like it used to be
Then
big like
Mexico
that,
getting its
and then it came down.
independence,
For sure,
and they
yeah.
had all that. It had
Oh,
Texas,
okay,
Nevada,
that makes sense. Yeah.
Cali, and all the way
Yeah.
down to south of Mexico.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Man, Mexico's huge.
And then why
was
France?
huge.
I don't remember France though.
I don't know.
I think they had a part or something like that.
Yeah, what was that one thing? The French
A revolution.
expansion or something like that?
Oh, westward expansion.
No, not that.
Louisiana.
Yeah,
purchase?
when you Louisiana, that's good history. No, but yeah, it was something like that.
yeah.
That was a little off topic, but
Yeah.
that
How
was
did we
a good
get
talk,
to
though.
that?
What were we talking about?
All right, back on topic. I'm married, so I have a daughter, beautiful 5-month-old, and then so I work at my local city jail. It's crazy out there. There be some people coming in.
Yeah. How long have you been at that job?
Not too long, probably like a month.
That's crazy.
It's been a month.
You've already seen some.
You already got some
Bro, I've
crazy
seen people that I know in there.
For
I've
real?
seen-
Legit?
Yeah.
For
Well,
real?
like I would see them at
Would
school.
I know them or no?
I don't know.
Oh,
I would see them at school.
that's some tea right there.
It was a little awkward and
That's crazy.
dang.
In the jail.
And they was on a drug charge. So
Sheesh.
you know if they go into jail, you gotta check some other places if they got drugs.
So you had to tell them spread them, basically.
Basically.
The people that you knew.
And you do it.
Nah, you don't do it. You just tell them.
No, not like not like physically, not like physically do it, but like you tell them to do it. Like you're
Yeah, I
there.
gotta tell
Prison.
them.
You was
Well, you said basically tell them spread them, and then you said you do it.
like,
Bro,
not
that's
like that.
crazy.
No, yeah, I got
But
you.
yeah, and then there'd be
Yeah,
crackheads.
we'll have more about your job
Yeah.
and what you've
Nah, there's some
experienced.
crazy
I know you got
stories.
stories,
We
bro.
got stories on
We got
stories.
stories.
Even though he's just been working
Yeah.
there for a month, but we got stories on stories about, you know, his experience being a
Yeah.
jailer for the city.
Crackheads going crazy. We had a dude came in, dislocated his shoulder.
Oh my gosh.
Like his shoulder was like all the way to down here. Like
You had to
cra-
pop it back or no? You
Nah,
just-
we took him to. Well, they had to take him to
the-
Parkland so they could.
For real?
Yeah.
For the mosquito? I thought they would take him to the regional.
Regional? Nah, regional is an emergency.
Oh, for real?
That wasn't an emergency because
Yeah, because it's literally right by you guys.
yeah.
Regional's just an emergency?
literally right
Regional
by
is just an emergency. So like if they're overdosing, they're
Oh.
I don't know, something crazy going on with them.
Wow.
That's crazy.
But we took them. Well, they had to take him to Parkland because
His shoulder.
it's not that serious.
Yeah.
Which I thought, like I literally had a test question over this, and I thought they would take him to
To regional?
regional for whatever.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
But
I didn't
no.
know that. Seemed like a waste of time.
Yeah, it seems like a waste of time.
That's
No,
cool though.
but-
He gets his shoulder popped back for free, right?
I don't
Does he have to
know.
pay for it?
Oh no, because so what was going on with him? I don't know what he got charged with, but I know he in the house. Someone called in the house because he barged in. He knew them, but he was holding a knife, and they were locked in the room. Some officers got the people out of the room through the window, and they had to get the dude right. So like he was, I guess, dangerous.
Yeah.
So the officer told us like he was in there. He was like he didn't know what to do to bring. I don't know if it's not SWAT, but like
Just more like
more professional.
yeah,
how to,
more force or whatever.
Should the cops be in there with him and have eyes on him, or should they surround the house
Yeah, like for backup and all
for
that.
backup with the not SWAT? I forgot what they're called. I don't want to be a cop.
For real?
No.
You would never?
No, bro. I look at their work schedules and everything.
But
It's not
is
worth
it
it.
kind of the same schedule as like a fireman where you
No.
work 2
No.
days and get a day off?
No, like
Or work one whole day and get 2 days off?
A cop, you work like, well, here they have like their set schedule, like, I don't know,
Like
from
9 to 5
7
type
to
stuff?
7,
Okay.
kind of like that, kind of like a 9 to 5, and then I think they only work 4 days, and it kind of just switches up.
Mm.
What's wrong with that?
Nah, I don't know, I don't like it.
You just
I
don't
think being a
want to-
fireman would be better though.
Yeah, and fireman you just work a
Yeah.
whole
Did
day.
you work one whole day, like one full 24
24
hours,
hours?
and then you have 2 days off, bro? That's
You
like,
You kind of already look like a fireman. Let me be honest.
yeah, he
Okay.
does.
Just because you just have the mustache and you don't.
But you think like a mustache is low key a cop?
Nah, I think fireman.
Firemen, can they have mustache?
Yeah.
Can they have beards?
Yeah.
Can cops have
Sure.
beards? No, right?
Yeah.
For real?
Mhm.
I thought cops could only have a mustache. I don't think I've ever seen a cop with a beard.
I seen a sergeant. Our sergeant has a beard.
Oh yeah. Maybe they changed things up.
Since the last time you were in jail, right? Have you ever been to jail?
No.
Oh, okay. I just had to make sure.
Have you?
He was just like, since the
Yeah.
last time he was down. Have you?
I don't know.
No, bro. I haven't
feel
even
like
had
you
a
have.
ticket.
I feel like you're too smart, bro, to get into jail.
I have never had a
Yeah.
ticket.
Bro, I would never.
You've never gotten a ticket?
No.
Bro, I don't
That's
want.
what's up.
I would not want my head laying on any of the mats on that concrete. I asked them, do we ever have like someone comes in here and
Like sanitize it?
does like a yearly clean at least?
A yearly.
Yearly.
They were like, you're the yearly clean, go clean it.
For
But
real?
they don't usually. They never do it. Like, cause I'm in training.
Yeah.
So like,
So like,
Tra-
come here, fresh
usually-
meat.
Also-
training cleans it basically.
Oh.
That's not bad though. Cause how often do they train somebody? Probably.
Think about how much money they're saving.
Yeah.
If they had to pay a team to come in and clean it, like,
Well, you probably didn't clean it well. It's just like a little wipe down type stuff.
you just got like some Lysol
Like
wipes.
Lysol. No, it's like a Lysol spray.
Like it won't get rid of the COVID.
Yeah.
No, I can't get rid of the cold.
Yeah,
99.9.
Speaking of COVID, no, I don't want to speak about that.
Nah,
We can talk about that
that's
later.
long
But
overdue.
yeah, that's a little. It's dead already.
That's history already, bro.
Yep.
That's in the past.
That's in
I
the
don't know.
textbook.
Well, I was watching this video and there's this guy that he goes to different museums and records like what's in the museum, basically just spilling out knowledge. Bro, I think it was the Smithsonian, they already have a COVID-19 exhibit. Smithsonian.
Oh.
The one in Washington D.C.
Oh.
Like, even though it's still going on, they already have like a little section dedicated to
Well, people just wearing
COVID-19.
masks.
No, I'm saying like you're tripping, bro.
Oh,
You gotta cut that because
Like,
you can look dumb.
like, what's the exhibit?
Yeah, that's what I'm confused about.
Like,
Like, what do you
I
mean?
guess it shows like the molecules of like what makes up. I guess it shows like the molecule. Aaron, why are you laughing like that, bro? That was crazy,
I'm
right?
just like, how would you have a COVID exhibit, bro? Like, what
He
is
said
that?
you
Like-
just were mad. Like an exhibit is like this is what it show. It shows like the origins of COVID and like what.
You ever been to the Perot Museum?
No,
No.
That's the one in downtown now.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I
Perot.
don't know.
I thought it was Perot.
Perot. I
Like
don't
the
know.
T was kind of silent. Perot.
Perot.
I don't know. I've never been.
I don't know.
Anyways, let's stop talking about COVID. Aaron's over there dying, bro. That's crazy.
No, leave that. Leave it.
You
Nah,
just
you
wear
should be
masks?
fair.
That's funny, yeah.
That's funny. But
Okay.
No, okay, so I was thinking like, okay, you know how they have like the cavemen where they have like fake cavemen people?
Oh,
Yeah.
like you thought
like on the
people-
logs, like
Oh,
they're
you
gonna have
thought
an
they would
exhibit
just
of
have
people,
people with masks?
like
Okay, that
fake
makes more
people,
sense.
like just wearing masks.
I thought you were saying like people just walk in there and in that section you have to wear your mask.
no,
Like,
no.
Okay. No, but I
It's
guess
still
they have
kind
like
of-
the DNA or the
I got you,
molecule
yeah.
that
And they
makes
just,
up
like, talk on
COVID.
it and,
They
like,
talk about
what
the
happened.
origins and how many deaths.
And they have like a
probably.
really cool like I'm guessing like because I went to
Oh,
the,
you've been right.
I've been to the Perot
To the
Perot?
Smithsonian.
to the Perot Museum.
Yeah.
And it's basically like you just see like I don't
Yeah.
know, like cool structure.
It's clean though.
It's clean.
I like that stuff.
I used to love going on the field trips, bro.
Mm.
We'd go to museums and stuff. That was fun.
What
I don't think
museum
they
did you
ever
go
took
to?
me to the. To
You
any
never went to a
museums.
museum?
You ever go to the zoo? Everybody's gone to the zoo.
I don't think I've been to the zoo either.
You're lying.
Aaron,
Bro,
we went to
every-
the zoo. At Floyd.
Every school goes to the zoo.
Oh, then
bro.
I've been to
Nah,
the
I didn't
zoo.
go to the zoo.
No?
In my school.
Oh no, I've been to the aquarium. Like,
I've been to the aquarium. Yeah, the what's it called? The one with
Dallas?
plants and stuff.
The Dallas.
Arboretum.
Oh, I
I've
never
been to
went
that
That's
one
not
like
an aquarium
I've been to that one like 10 times.
for school.
Yes, that's the only one they take us to.
That's kind of whack.
It's kind of whack.
Yeah.
I went to the. We talked about this last time. What's it called?
Holocaust.
The Holocaust Museum.
Okay, that one's good, bro.
We went to
JFK?
Aquarium. No, JFK. I went with my mom. But the aquarium I went with school. That's it.
That's it. I don't know if I've been to the aquarium with school. I've been to the arboretum like 10 times.
You ever go to the art museum?
No, bro.
No?
I'm telling you, they don't take us nowhere.
They don't.
I don't know.
Well,
Nah, you
back
low-key
in
had
the
taking
to,
us
days.
you low-key
places,
had
though.
to be part of something to go.
Yeah. Like the only
Quest?
things I've
Y'all have
been,
Quest
yeah.
where kids
I used to
would,
be
like,
in Quest
treated better because
because what?
they're
They're
smarter.
smarter?
Or whatever. They're a little bit.
Aaron
more,
was in Quest like all 5 years.
for real. So
Um,
you're like really really smart.
Yeah, his brain got a little.
Nah.
His body kept growing, but his brain didn't. I was in Quest for 1 year, then I didn't pass the
Okay,
second
so
year.
what did you do, bro? I always like was so jealous, bro, because I'm like, bro,
Of the
why do
Quest
these
kids?
kids get to go,
You just go to a different school and do like work. I
Like-
think
but like fun stuff, or is it still like
No.
whack?
it's still whack.
Oh, then
I don't even know.
I guess I didn't miss out.
For real? Oh, you were in Mexico though, right?
Why were you in Mexico?
He lived over there forever. Isn't
So
you
you
from
just
there?
can't.
Should we
You
get
just,
into it?
you just got to Dallas? Nah, we can save it, bro. We're
No,
talking
we're
about too
saying
much stuff.
Should
bro.
I
We're
get
just
into
going
it?
off.
Let's save
This
it.
is the flow though.
Yeah,
this
it
is what we
is.
need.
Sure,
But
sure.
yeah, save that.
Yeah, save it.
So what's the last thing that we wanted to talk about on this first episode
Yeah.
of the podcast is what were we talking about?
What to expect?
What to expect.
So what you guys would be expecting from us from each episode or whatever it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what did
And
they
so I would
expect?
just say like expect a lot of different topics. Like we're not gonna be focused on just one thing every single episode. So like me and Adan, we love sports. We love basketball. We love football. I think football the most.
Yeah.
And I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan. He's a Cowboys fan, so you can already see that rivalry
First
there.
off, why are you wearing
Yeah.
that shirt if you're a Philly fan?
Bro, okay, this isn't football. That's basketball.
Yeah, but it kind
So
of
I'm
correlates.
a
though.
huge Eagles fan and I'm a huge Mavs fan. It doesn't make
But you
sense.
can't be both though.
I can, and I am. Anyways, so you can expect a lot of sports. You can expect a lot of conspiracy theories, stuff
Yeah.
like that. I would love to dive into that stuff and just
Before we get off that, you can't.
I can.
I'm sure the people would agree. You can't.
No, I am. And
I don't know
I was
about
at the
sports.
parade at the
That's gonna be
2000.
their section.
I was at the parade at the
That's gonna
2011
be their
championship.
segment.
Oh yeah?
Were you at the parade?
Nah, I was like 9 years old.
Yes.
Couldn't.
Nah.
You were like 10.
I was 10. I was 10.
Yeah, because
I
I
was
was about.
Yeah, but
I
it's
was
not-
about 18.
It's not like I could have
17.
drove there
No,
myself.
I was 16. I was 16 years old.
You went by yourself?
I was with my cousin and a friend.
See, but you got friends.
Yeah, true. Anyways, so you can expect us to talk about sports, history,
Yep.
conspiracies, religions, our experience, our personal experiences,
With faith.
our faith, Christianity, just a lot of different things, you know. So
Super. I wouldn't say all over the place because it's going to be kind of structured in
Yeah,
what
for
we
sure.
talk about for each episode, but it is kind of all over the place because we want to talk about as much things as we want to talk about. Like, these are the topics that we find interesting or that we find that we can, you know, or that we've experienced, or we can talk to people about these topics and kind of inform them on what we think or our perspectives
For sure.
on these topics.
yeah,
It's basically like just a, Saturday afternoon
Exactly.
with your boys, and y'all
we
y'all
just
chopping it
chopping
up.
off
Chilling.
of topics,
Chilling.
and like
yeah,
sometimes it gets real serious, sometimes it gets real goofy, and that's what we're trying
yeah,
to do.
for sure. So
Yeah, I think this wraps up the first episode.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah, good
Let's
stuff.
go. So we just wrapped up the first episode. We can cut it there. Wait,
No,
we
we
should do
should
it
say bye.
outro?
We should say bye.
Oh, my fault.
He's like,
I
cut
ruined it.
it's like no. I think we can leave that in. And just,
Okay,
Yeah.
this is
Alright.
dang, bro. All right, hold
Well,
on. Before we do the outro, the episodes will get better. If you don't
Oh,
think
yeah,
this was that
definitely.
good,
This is
Yeah.
the first episode.
this, bro, we're
It's
trying
our
to get
first
the.
podcast.
we're
This is
gonna
the first
grow,
time I
we're
ever
gonna
talking
Yeah.
on camera.
evolve
Really,
as a podcast, as a group.
exactly. We will get better.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
this,
that.
This just goes.
I
to,
feel like we kind of talked about a lot of stuff though.
Yeah,
like
we
it
did.
wasn't.
We
It
can
wasn't
just
too
jump
bad.
off.
Yeah.
This is
I
good
think
though.
we hit our points, right?
Exactly.
Like on the nail.
And-
And so now, and we bounced off of some other things and got a
Yeah.
little about talking, but that's cool.
Yeah,
like,
we'll-
that's how
we'll-
it's gonna be. Like,
Yeah.
like I was saying, like we're gonna have structure. We're gonna be organized, right? But at the same time, like we're also
we want to be.
we don't want
real.
this to just be like we're only gonna talk about certain subjects. That's it. No, we're a group of guys who are friends, and we like to just talk and just talk about whatever and bring our perspectives. But we are gonna hit our subjects, but also bounce off of other stuff and
Exactly.
just
Yep.
see where it goes and just flows, right?
Yep.
All right.
So
You know, we didn't think about an outro though.
no, it's all good. Just
Just say
on
bye.
the spot.
On the spot outro. So this was the first episode of the Soulcial Misfits podcast. Man, it was exciting. It was
It
good.
was good.
It feels good
That's
to get
nice.
this little
Those
little
butterflies, right?
Yeah,
Like, now we
exactly.
got the
It's like
butterflies out. It's like
yeah,
Nice.
it's like now we can get
we're
into
getting the ball rolling. for
exactly.
real.
I
Yeah.
feel like the ball's rolling and it's like okay, but yeah, this is the first episode of the Soulcial Misfits podcast. I'm Adan,
I'm Matt.
I'm DC.
and we'll see you next time.
See you guys.